Hello everybody, welcome to part 2. Thank you so much for watching. I've made 4 squares that you can find in part 1, and now we will put our poncho together. To make this poncho, I used Caron Simply Soft and Yarn Bee. I used 12 ounces of orange and about 12 ounces of white. That's 350 grams of orange and 350 grams of white. I bought 3 skeins of orange and 2 skeins of white because there's a little more yarn on these. And I used a 3.75 millimeter hook. That is a US F5. We will start by making 2 seams to put our poncho together. We will start here and then go around this way. And then we will do exactly the same thing on the back side. I put both of my pieces right side up, corner to corner. Here my 2 chains. I'm going to the outside loop of the second chain. And I'm pulling my yarn through. And I'm placing it on the outside, pull it up, and then go through the first chain, the second chain, also the outside loop, the top loop, and pull through, make sure the yarn is on top. Then take your hook out of the loop and go to the first double crochet, also the top loop, and pull the yarn through. Then leave the yarn on the hook and go through the next loop. It's the first double crochet, also the loop, the white top loop, and pull through 2. Take your hook out again and go through the next stitch and pull through, and then go to the white loop and pull through both. Take your hook out again. When we're on the right side, we always take the hook out. And when we're on the left, we leave it in. Make the right side, take it out, pull through. And the left, leave the hook in. And what we end up with is a seam that looks like that on the right side. And this is how it looks on the wrong side. I'm almost at the end. I pull my yarn through one more time through the last double crochet on the right and the last double crochet on the left. Then again through the first chain on the right and through the first chain on the left. Then I pick my new piece, my third piece, also right side up, and pick any corner. Take the loop out, take the hook out of the loop, and then go like we did before, the top loop of the second chain and the top loop of the second chain, and pull the yarn through. Then take your hook out again and go through the next stitch of the new piece. Pull the yarn through and pick the first double crochet on the left side and pull the yarn through. Then go to the second double crochet on the right and put the yarn through, and on the left. And on the right and on the left. And then you can continue the stitch all the way to the other side. And to finish, I'm going into my last double crochet on the left, the last double crochet on the right, and then the first chain on the left and the first chain on the right. And those two pieces are connected now, or those three pieces are connected, I should say, I'm sorry. So we got those two connected here. And then we go around and we got those two connected. And now you can do the same thing on the other side. Here's how the finished seam looks like. Here's my neckline, and then it moves to the other side. This is the right side. Now turn your work over to the wrong side. The wrong side is facing me now. Now fold the shoulder pieces over, fold them in half. Here's the neckline. Fold both pieces over in half. Here's the neck. And then place your fourth piece. Just like we did before, we will make exactly the same seam. We will start on the sides, on these two corners, then work towards the middle. And then grab those two pieces and work towards the side. So the stitch that we did on this side is identical to the seam line that we are doing on the other side. These are the two seams we just completed, the one on one side and then exactly the same seam on the other side. Now we will work on the bottom part of our poncho. Preferably pick the back corner. Turn your work so you can work on the corner. On the bottom corner, put your hook through the upper loop of the last double crochet that's adjacent to the corner. Pull the loop of the color through, make a chain, and into the same chain space, make a single crochet. That was our last double crochet before the corner. Into the corner, make 2 single crochets, 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and into the same corner make 2 single crochets, 1 and 2. Turn your work a little to reach the back loop of that double crochet and make a single crochet into the top loop. And now repeat. Into every top loop, make a single crochet. Work until you get to where we put the two pieces together. When you get to the part where the two pieces join, make a single crochet into the last top loop of the double crochet. Then make 3 stitches into the chain space. Make 2 half double crochets, 1 and 2, and make a double crochet into the first chain space. And into the second chain space, repeat a double crochet and 2 half doubles, and that also will repeat next time you get to the next seam. Then continue with the single crochet into the back loop. You have to turn the work a little bit to see, and make single crochets until you get to the next seam, and the next seam will be again 2 half doubles, double into the first space, and a double and 2 half doubles into the second space. When you get to the corner, finish it with a single crochet into the last double, then into the chain space 2 singles, 3 chains and 2 singles. Then turn your work a little to get into the back loop and make single crochets all the way. When you reach the 2 seams, remember to make 2 half doubles and a double crochet in the first space and a double and 2 half doubles into the second space, and you repeat that twice. I'm almost at the end of this round. I have a few more single crochets. Now the last single crochet, don't finish it, leave 2 loops on the hook and pull the white color through. And I made another slip knot, and I'm pulling the white color through both loops. Then we made a chain in the previous round. Where we made a chain, make a slip stitch into that chain. And you can put a marker. Where there's a slip stitch now, there will always be a slip stitch next round when we change color again. So we always will make a slip stitch into the slip stitch. And now we're back at our first single crochet. Make a single crochet and then keep on going until we get to the corner. In the corner, this time make 1 single crochet into the corner, 2 chains, and 1 single crochet. Then continue. The first single crochet is hiding a little bit. It's right there, the back loop or the top loop again. We will always single crochet in the top loop in all of these rounds. So single crochet only into the top loop. And then when you get to the part where the 2 pieces meet, single crochet in each top loop. Right across everything. And then in the corner again, 1 single crochet, 2 chains, and 1 single crochet. And then we will switch, when we come to the end of the round, we will switch color again, and I will show you, of course, how to do that again. At the end of the round, I have 3 more singles left. 1, 2, and the last single crochet, we make the color change. Unfinished single crochet, leave 2 loops on the hook and make the color change. Color change on the last single crochet and slip stitch into the previous slip stitch. That will always be our slip stitch in the next round as well. So when we make a slip stitch, there will always be a slip stitch. Start a new round with all single crochets into the top loop again. When you get into the corner, it's always going to be 1 single crochet, 2 chain, and 1 single crochet into the corner space. And then don't forget to turn your work a little bit so you can get to the top loop and make single crochets all the way to the next corner. In the next corner, repeat 1 single crochet, 2 chains, and 1 single crochet. And I can move my marker. I will move it to the upper loop of the slip stitch. I have 2 more single crochets left. With the last single crochet, I will always do my color change. I will leave 2 loops on the hook. Leave 2 loops on the hook and change your color. Pull the color through both loops. Then where my slip stitch was, will always be my slip stitch. Into the back loop of the slip stitch, make a slip stitch. And then we can move the marker into the back loop of the slip stitch again. That's where our next slip stitch will be. And we can start a new round, single crochet in all the top loops. In the corner, make a single crochet, 2 chains, and a single crochet. Then turn your work a little to see the next top loop of the next stitch Continue with a single crochet to the next corner and repeat in the corner single crochet, 2 chains in the single crochet. If you like, you can add many more rounds, as many rounds as you need to make the poncho as big as you'd like, but please always finish this pattern with a white round. I finish my white round, make a single crochet, then one more, and the last single crochet will always be the color change. Leave 2 loops on the hook, change your color, pull through 2 loops, and this will be our last round. Make a slip stitch to the top loop of the previous slip stitch. Now make a single crochet, chain 1, skip the next stitch and make a single crochet. Chain 1, skip the next stitch and make a single crochet. Chain 1, skip the last stitch before the corner, into the corner, make a single, 2 chains and a single. Then make a chain, skip the first single crochet and make a single crochet into the second. Chain, skip 1 and make a single. Chain, skip 1, make a single, and into the corner make a single crochet, 2 chains and a single crochet again. I made a chain, skip 1 stitch and make a single crochet. Then make a chain, skip the white stitch, skip the slip stitch and go into the single crochet and make a slip stitch. Now for the tassels, I have my poncho right side up and I have 2 pieces of yarn, and I put my hook from the back to the front. This is the chain space of 1 that we made all around, and I will put the 2 pieces of yarn through and I will pull them through the loop. And I just cut these pieces of yarn all the same length, and I will put 2 in one single space. So then I'm going to the next chain space of 1 with the 2 pieces of yarn, and I put my hook from the back to the front to the next chain space of 1, and I will pull the yarn through and then pull through the loop. And that's how I do all of these tassels. Every chain space of 1 gets a tassel, and in the corner I put 2 tassels into the corner. And then I go around the other side and I put a tassel into every chain space. Now we will work on the neckline. Turn your poncho so you can see your neckline, and I will put my hook through the last double crochet right before the 3 pieces are stitched together, right next to the chain space, the last double crochet. And I will pull the orange yarn. I made another slip knot into the orange yarn, and I will pull it through the top loop. Then I make a chain, and into the same top loop make a single crochet. Then move to the corner space. Into the corner space, make a half double crochet, pull through all 3 loops. Then chain 1. Now we will go underneath the seam. You see that the 2 holes go underneath the seam and make a double crochet. We will make a popcorn. Make the second double crochet into the space underneath the seam, make a 3rd double crochet, a 4th one, and a 5th one. So all 5 double crochets on the same space. Then turn your work over, and into the very first double crochet make a slip stitch, and then pull tight and turn your work back around. This is our popcorn stitch. Then chain 1 again, and then into the other corner space repeat. Make the half double crochet, And then into every back loop make a single crochet. I've made my single crochet into the double. Now make a half double into the corner space. We're repeating the same pattern now on this side. Chain 1 and make the 5 double crochets into the chain space underneath the seam. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 double crochet into the same space. Then turn your work and slip stitch into the first double crochet to finish the popcorn stitch. Pull tight a little bit. That's my popcorn stitch from the top. Then chain 1, move to the next corner space and make a half double crochet. Then continue with single crochets all the way along into the top loop. I'm finishing my row. My last single crochet I will not finish, leave 2 loops on the hook. I made a slip knot into the white yarn and I will pull it through both loops. Here was my chain, here was my single crochet. Make a slip stitch through the chain. Make a single crochet into the next single crochet. Now make a picot over the half double crochet. Make a single crochet into the back loop, chain 3, and then make a slip stitch into the 2 legs. Look like an arrow up or like an A. Make a slip stitch through all of these 3 loops. Chain 3, skip the popcorn stitch, and then make another picot into the half double crochet. Make a single crochet in the top loop, chain 3, and then make a slip stitch. Go through the 2 legs on the bottom that looks like an A, make a slip stitch. Now make 4 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, and the fourth one. The fourth one will get the picot again. Chain 3 and slip stitch into the bottom 2 legs. Then make 4 single crochets again into the top loops. And the fourth one will get the picot again. Chain 3 and make the picot. And repeat it to the end of the round. Now I'm making my 4 single crochets and I reach the popcorn stitch again. I will make my picot on top of the half double crochet. So single 3 chains and the picot. Then chain 3, skip the popcorn stitch and make another picot into the half double crochet. And then repeat 4 single crochets and the 4th single crochets with 4 single crochet gets the picot. So from popcorn stitch to popcorn, if you count, you will make 18 picots on each side, 36 altogether. Now we'll finish my poncho. I make my single crochet and then the last orange stitch gets also single crochet. Then I skip over the slip stitch and I will slip into the single crochet and this poncho is finished. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I see you again soon. Bye bye.